These are some things that if I could go back in time, I would tell my younger self. I have 6 things on this list that I believe, and if this helps one person, then good. Like, I really wish I knew this shit from the start. But the first thing is to learn as you go. I also have my notes right here, but don't be afraid to start because you don't have experience or expertise. Everyone started somewhere. How you react to failure is a reflection of how far you will go in life. Your ability to tolerate failure is so important, and it honestly aligns with how far you will be going in life, because the people who tolerate failure, fail after fail, they still get back up. These are the people who are going to find the way. Honestly, in most cases, success is a numbers game. The more things you try to become successful, the more things that you do to get to where you want to go, it's a snowball effect. You try something, fuck, it doesn't work out. You try another thing, fuck, that doesn't work out either. But you continue to try until one thing that you try just clicks. And it's the thing that you didn't know you needed without going through all the previous failures before discovering it. Learn as you go. If you fail, that's not a failure unless you believe it's a failure. It's a learning lesson. L doesn't always have to stand for losing. It can, girl, it definitely can. But it could also stand for learning. And if you're learning, I honestly don't think you're losing. And then also, another thing, perfectionists, listen to me. You can be messy. You can be messy. Messy failure, messy action is important, but you cannot be a mess. You know, you're human. You'll mess up. You're gonna fail. Messy action is better than no action at all, but don't be an exact mess. Pursue your personal growth. Build your mindset. Become resilient. You can take messy action. Take as much messy action as you need, but you cannot be a mess. You need to know exactly your identity, how you handle stress, the things that'll calm you down, because that's going to help you build resilience and do it in a way where you just know yourself so well. A problem comes, you know how to handle it because you know the best way to go about this thing. You've seen it before, or you know how you're going to react beforehand. You're so self-aware. When you make your own mess, you're in a mess, whatever. You as a person are still put together enough to get yourself out of it. You can't be messy and be a mess. It just doesn't work that way. Number 2, do it alone. A lot of people are always like, mentors, communities, you need this, and that. You need these people on your side. Yes, but also no. Mentors and communities aren't necessary in your journey. A lot of people haven't started it because they haven't found the right mentor. They don't have the right guidance. But what did I say earlier? Learn as you go, and you'll meet these people along the way. People will take advantage of you if you are naive and if you are new. And especially if you are a people pleaser. Oh my God. Especially people who are successful, who are older. There's already a power dynamic in that, whether that's a monetary power dynamic, age gap power dynamic, or maybe it's a gender power dynamic as somebody who's a woman. Mentors and communities aren't necessary in starting your journey. And they don't have to be necessary in your journey as well. I've known people who have become successful without mentors and communities. They only had themselves. They were resilient enough to do it themselves. They were smart enough to do it themselves. They're problem solvers. Yeah, it could have taken them a long time, but it could have also brought them in the wrong path to have the wrong people in their circle. They would have gone a totally different direction, listening to other people. So you really have to be a filter and not a sponge. Don't absorb everything that anyone tells you. You know, let it go in one ear, filter it through your brain, and the things you don't need out the other. And also, always put yourself first. I know people always say, put yourself first, but there's a lot of times where you don't realize that you're actually not putting yourself first. That's why you need to build so much self-awareness that you just know. Way too many people, especially if you're in business, way too many people are entitled to be so real with you guys, especially when they have a lot of money, especially when they're older, especially when they know they have something on you. You know, they have more experience on you. They have more time and knowledge on you. They have more connections on you. So don't wait for the right people. Do it alone. And don't just let anybody become a part of your journey. Be a filter and not a sponge. Number 3, be yourself. Show up as you are. And this is also really difficult for me because I am a very different person. In the spaces that I'm in, I'm usually the only young brown woman there. And I'm in business, by the way. I'm usually the only young brown woman there. It doesn't help that I'm 5'2". It also doesn't help that I have facial piercings, which I don't really care about. But some people love to talk shit and hate about piercings and tattoos, whatever. Gen Z, I have a different way that I was brought up. I'm low income, or I was low income. I'm first generation. My parents are immigrants. I have a lot that is different from everyone around me that I've, been with in rooms when it comes to business and networking. I'm just different. And also doesn't help the fact that I'm queer in this room of business people. I think the septum gives it away. That just reminds me that I need to show up and be myself and not assimilate to what I think the norm is when it comes to being a woman in business. You don't always have to be feminine. You also don't have to look a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, because that's possibly just not who you are. Not all connections that you make are good connections. And that means the people who see you and are like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Only have people who align with your values in your community, as I was speaking about community and mentorship earlier. And don't jeopardize your identity and integrity, heavy on the integrity, for money. I never really jeopardized my integrity. I never was a scammer or whatever, but I did jeopardize my identity a little bit by trying to assimilate. Number 4, if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. And this is something that business bitches always say, but it's true. It's okay to not know who your target audience is, but eventually you need to find them. Eventually you need to narrow down, whatever it is, your offer, your videos, your niche, to your ideal ICP, ideal client persona, or your ideal viewer persona. My ideal viewer is you. If you're watching this and you made it this far in the video and you don't think I'm fucking crazy, you're my ideal viewer. So find who that person is. My ideal viewer is somebody who is, probably younger, probably Gen Z, probably talks like me, probably looks like me. And these are the type of people that are my target audience. This is who I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to some random old one. I'm talking to another person who understands my story and can relate. That is my ideal target audience. And I never knew this for a long time because I was always trying to sell to people, and obviously those people are the people with money. And I just needed to figure out that not all my content needs to be generating, not all my content needs to be converting. My content just needs to speak to a certain target audience that resonates with me. Just know who you're talking to, because if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. And that also goes for, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be somebody who's going to have a problem. Number 5, common sense is not common. Period. Maturity comes from experience, not time, and not age. So don't let people belittle you just because of your age. I'm 21. I've gone through so much trauma. I've gone through grief. I've gone through loss. I've gone through being super broke. I've gone through making money and really just changing my life myself and revamping it and being so independent. I've always been hyper independent. Ever since I was little, I took care of myself. So why wouldn't I be mature? Don't let people belittle you just because of your age, because even if you're young like me, you can still be so mature. I've met 40-year-olds that I'm just and up 50 as well. That I'm just why the fuck am I more mature than you? But whatever. Don't let people belittle you because of your age, because at the end of the day, I'm always the youngest one in the room, especially at networking events, especially at business events, whatever the case may be. But I'm still in the same room as all these other people. Number 6, they're not your friends. They're not your friends, girl. Arguments and business bring out people's true colors. And disrespect can look like a lot of different things. I'm sorry the lighting looks so bad. I'm gonna leave soon. Disrespect can look like not taking accountability. Disrespect can look like not comment. I can't even fucking read my own writing. Disrespect can look like not coming to a common ground because their ego is so fucking high. Disrespect can look like not respecting boundaries. And if your friends can't do that, they're not your friends. If the people around you can't do that, they're not your friends. They shouldn't be in your life because they're disrespecting you. And by you allowing them to disrespect you, you're disrespecting yourself. So take that as the last thing that I would say to myself, and learn from me, from my younger self mistakes. She made a lot of mistakes, but she learned a lot. And she made the person who's in front of this camera right now. Anyways, the lighting looks like shit. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video, because damn, I went through a lot to come up with these fucking conclusions. And I did not use AI or ChatGPT for this shit, okay? I did not use it for my script. All of this is coming from journaling. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is... I'll have better videos in the future. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone. Love y'all. Bye.